Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Ispire Dab, Diamond Dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. Let's get started with today's topic. How do we make the most out of every single day? That's right. While you're alive, enjoy the day. Live it to the fullest and make the most out of what you have. Because you have to remember, it's later than you think. Think about this. There was a time in my life when every day gave me a disappointment, bad news, something I was dreading. Because every day I came home to an answering machine filled with messages from a horrible boss threatening me with terrible things. So rather than making the most of every day back then, I made very poor use of my time. I avoided things. That's right. I tried to live under the radar because I had to find a way to numb the mind. I had to find a way to not be assaulted every time I poked my head up. But I changed it. How did I change it? Didn't come easy. And it wasn't fast. Gradually, I was able to move away from an unproductive way of living and looking at life in a scared way to the way I look at life today. Love life. Try to live every moment to the fullest, pushing through my chronic intractable pain. No kidding, that breaks teeth because it's so bad. Now, doesn't mean I do heavy self-indulgence. I don't drink. But what it does include for me is a new pattern, a new way of living that I've adopted that allows me to see the good and the hope in everything. I see the hope in hidden things under a tree. I have the ability to make informed choices after thinking about things very carefully. So you know what that means for me? It means that I've been able to turn things around from the most horrible, worrying types of situations to where all I have to concern myself, frankly, are my loved ones and my own health. But how do you make the most out of every single day? You got to be present in your day. It sounds very true and very clear, but when you fully accept that approach, it takes some kind of practice, because what does it really mean to be present? Being present requires paying attention to the moment without allowing distractions to interfere. It's being mindful in everything that we do. Washing dishes, cleaning the toilet. Even if it's a distasteful task, doesn't matter. It's even more involving and satisfying. And when you make a tough decision, instead of getting away from it and running and imagining all the negative outcomes, we try to get into the process, examine the options, and come up with a conclusion based on evidence. And you're going to embrace what's going on now and fully recognize your actions in the present. You've got to pay attention to what goes into your body also. By making the most of every day, you got to get the fuel to get started. Just like a car needs to have a battery and gasoline, you can't deprive yourself of the proper fuel. Not just about eating. It's about smelling, touching, looking at food, the sound of shopping, the sound of a store, the sound of a restaurant. Not only will you be more energized, but you'll be more satisfied. Also, try to get some exercise. I don't go to the gym anymore. I'd hurt myself. I can't swim because of my neck, but I have a healthy walking routine with sugar. Getting exercise is critically important for your body and your mind. It helps us to get ready for the next task or the next project. And it sets the day up in a positive sort of way. It's rainy here today, but I got out for a little bit before the rain with sugar. The endorphins get released during vigorous exercise. Whether you're climbing the stairs in your house, working out, swimming, playing a sport, or just walking, it helps you chase away anxiety, sadness, and stress. What better way to help yourself than a little exercise? You also want to make progress towards your goals. Everyone has things that they want to accomplish. Whether it's a short-term progress report you want to improve on, or a long-term goal to attain a degree, let's say. It's important to make incremental progress and keep note of it every single day. It helps us become motivated over the long stretches and spurs us to complete because it's pressing. Knowing that you've got work done on goals is satisfying and productive. And that approach serves to help point us directions that we can accomplish, that we know we're able to set out and do. We also have to remember that we're going to make mistakes. And we have to learn to look for the lesson in the mistake. That's correct. No one's perfect. And perfection shouldn't be anybody's goal, frankly. Everyone does make mistakes. Most of us make a lot of them. And in my case, I tended to make a lot more mistakes than necessary. In fact, when I was making mistakes in my life, one of the reasons was I failed to take the lesson away from the one before it, if that makes any sense. By learning to look for the lesson and taking heed in it, you're going to become less likely to see your actions as failures and repeat them. And you'll view them as opportunities to grow. We have to be able to forgive, because harboring a grudge against a family member, a coworker, a neighbor, or a merchant, or manufacturer, or a friend, or whoever it is, isn't good for mental health and overall well-being. In fact, long-term damage to your psyche can be done. You've got to find it in our hearts to forgive, not just those we feel are responsible, but also forgive yourself. Forgiveness doesn't mean you condone the behavior, but it allows us to have that negativity released, allowing us to move on with our lives. Generosity to others. How does giving make us feel? Well, it's a great feeling, and hold on to it, because it's a key aspect of making the most out of life. Nobody gets the most out of life without paying back. That's right. The look of gratitude, the goose pimples you get when you feel the thanks. How do you think I feel when people tell me, Senior Stoner, those words are exactly what I needed to hear today? It makes my heart feel wonderful. It makes me feel great. And you know what? It adds satisfaction to every one of my days. Do what you love. That's what people really want to do, but are afraid to ask. If you love to paint, read, go to the movies, dance, spend time with friends, carve time out in your day to do what you love. It's just for you. Help you relax, help you unwind, help you stay happy, just for the sake of happiness. And you're giving yourself a little gift by spending time doing what you love. You can restore some balance and harmony in your otherwise hectic schedule. You'll become refreshed and ready to take on anything in your to-do list. If you have spirituality, deal with it, tend to it. Whether it's meditation, praying, yoga, whatever it is, walking in the woods, try to get your spirit up so that mind, body, spirit balance is in sync. Clutter-free. Keep it as clean as you can. I have a clogged up desk space and I have a crowded room here because I have a lot of things. But if it's dirty, dirty dishes, dirty laundry, a grimy stove, weeds outside, paint peeling, whatever it is, don't be a perfectionist. You don't have all the answers, but you know what? Clean and neat is not bad. Find a balance, like I said, between comfort for clean and clutter-free. Maybe throw out the no longer needed items, because maybe they can serve a useful purpose for someone else. Donate them. Remember to try to sleep well. The human body needs sleep. You can't burn the candle at both ends. Just laying your pillow down and your head on it is not enough. Take steps to make your sleeping space better for you. The right temperature, the right lighting, no sound, no intrusive noises. Try to make your environment as welcoming as possible so you can settle in for a great night's sleep. Also, if you feel you can't handle it and you're having difficult days, get professional help. You can do it on a phone, on an app now. Talk to a therapist. It's important. Counseling has helped me realize many things I would never have been able to do on my own, improve my self-worth, and frankly has kept me alive. all these years. So whatever steps you choose to make the most out of every day, head up, chest out, and look forward to the opportunities to learn, grow, and live your life to the fullest. Everyone should have the opportunity to make the most out of their day. Here we're going to go for a cold load on our Ispire Daab e-rig. I want to thank everybody for being here to join me today. Appreciate you being here to talk about how we can make the most out of every one of our days. You know what? I wasn't really talking brain surgery. I was talking some common sense things that everybody can learn to do. Here comes our Daab, everybody. Cheers and have a wonderful day. If I can get it where it needs to go. Hold on. I'm using one of my newfangled electric devices, my Saber, to see if I can't put it exactly where I want it. Here we go. Okay, it went in. Cover things up to protect and preserve. Put back in the box. I like to put everything back neat in a relatively cluttered environment. And here we go with our Daab by Ispire. Going out at 430 degrees. The Daab train will be rolling shortly. You can see us starting to go. I want to thank everybody for being here today. Have a wonderful day. This has been The Real Senior Stoner, and we've been talking about how to make the most of your day. Not that hard. We can do it. Cheers, everybody. Wow. That's all I can say. I don't like coffee. Wow. Thanks for joining me. The Real Senior Stoner. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. Have a great one, everybody. And thanks for joining The Real Senior Stoner.